Welcome to episode 300 of the Kazdoy Closet. I'm Kazdoy. That's my closet full of all the stuff that I love. And today, as we record this on New Year's Eve 2024, it's time to reflect on our collection habits, and make some resolutions for the coming year, 2025. Let's check it out. So I sit in this room and I write every day. And as I'm writing, my mind will wander, and then my eyes will wander, and I'll be looking at all the films in my collection. This closet represents, I'd say, about 1/5 of all the films that are in this room on various shelves. So there's a lot to look at. But what do I see? Well, I see a lot of stuff that I haven't watched yet. And I recently reorganized all the shelves in this room over here. And that led to my first resolution. So resolution number one is cut back on buying discs. Why? Well, it's not just because I already have so much that I haven't watched yet, because that's part of collecting, no matter what you collect, whether it's stamps or coins or cards or books or whatever. You're never going to look at all of it all the time. But I'm running out of room. And yes, there are always ways to be creative and to make more room, but still there is just a finite amount of space in this rather small room. So now the question, of course, is, well, how exactly do I cut back? And that leads to the other resolutions on my list. Number 2 being, don't give in to FOMO, fear of missing out. There's always exceptions to all the stuff I'm going to talk about, of course, but I've had a bit of buyer's remorse buying some expensive deluxe editions because I like the packaging, and mainly because I had the fear that I was not going to miss out on these limited editions, and I would see vendors saying there's only 2 left, there's only 1 left, or some just sold out completely. So I got sucked into that. And don't get me wrong, these deluxe editions are very well done, but I'm thinking mainly of some second sight editions I bought, like The Hitcher, which takes up a lot of space on the shelf, or even films like It Follows or You're Next. I got second sight editions of all those. They take up space. They're very nice, but do I need this big deluxe treatment of those films? I like the films, but I don't know if I need that kind of edition of those. But number 3 is don't fall prey to the dopamine rush. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm talking about the rush you feel when you look out on your porch or in front of your door at home, and there is a box of discs waiting for you from the mail. And I'm also referring to and you get kind of a rush from that, right? I'm also referring to the disappointment when certain days go by and there's nothing there waiting for you and you feel kind of let down. So how do you get that dopamine rush again? You got to order more stuff again. My 4th resolution is be particular about upgrading. In other words, I'm going to upgrade a DVD I already own to a Blu-ray only for films that are among my favorites and or have some really outstanding special features on them. Exceptions, again, include some of my favorite filmmakers like Kubrick, the Coen brothers, Scorsese, Albert Brooks. I'm sure there's others I haven't thought of. If they put out really nice editions of their films, I'm probably going to go for those because those are my favorite filmmakers. But take a film like Night Moves, which I have on DVD, or Nine Queens. Good films. Am I going to spend $20, $25 to upgrade them? Probably not. I think I'll just be satisfied just holding on to my DVDs. That also includes something like The Abyss, which a lot of people were clamoring for when the 4K came out. I have an old DVD of that. That's fine. The Conversation is a great film. I have a DVD of that. Am I going to buy that super deluxe version that has a cassette, a music cassette of all things of the soundtrack, which is pretty useless? I'm not going to go for that. If it came out on Blu-ray, like a nice edition, maybe. Another example is Seven Samurai. Obviously a classic, great film. Everybody should have one in their collection. I have the Criterion Blu-ray of that. That's fine. The upgrade to 4K, I'm not going to do that. And regarding upgrades and 4K, this brings me to resolution number 5, and that is avoiding 4K only releases. Now, I am not 100% sold on the 4K format, and if you watched my episodes, especially some recent ones of mine, you already know this, but there are just too many problems people experience with those discs skipping, those discs freezing. I don't think it's a perfected format. I think it's inconsistent as far as quality goes, picture quality and manufacturer quality, I guess you'd say. So I'm not totally buying into the 4K thing. If a film comes out that includes a 4K and a Blu-ray disc, I'll probably spend the extra $5 or so to get both those discs in that package. So now I have the option, in case the 4K disc doesn't play, I have the Blu-ray disc. But if a film comes out in 4K format only, I'll probably pass on it. And I'm talking about, and just get the Blu-ray version. For example, Arrow. Arrow brings out usually separate 4K and Blu-ray discs. For example, the Barbarella disc they brought out, or the Conan Chronicles disc they brought out. You don't get both 4K and Blu-ray that you buy either one. So I might just end up going Blu-ray with something like that instead of getting just a 4K only disc. And my final collector's resolution for 2025, number 6, is be particular about being a completist, or particular about things that are on sale. A few examples, those Kino film noir sets, The Dark Side of Cinema. I'm up to number 18 on those box sets. That's a lot. I don't know how far they're going to go. 30? I think they're already up to 22 or something. And I enjoy those, and I like the packaging. Have I seen them all? Of course not. I've only seen a few of them. I've liked what I've seen. But how far am I going to go? Plus, some are being repeated that are available in other sets or in other editions I already have, so I'm not going to double dip on anything. And I haven't even gone to double dipping. That's a whole other subject. But again, there are exceptions. If there's an exceptional sale, I'm saying 50% off or more on some expensive sets that rarely go on sale, then I'll probably go for it. I'm thinking in particular of those Shaw Scope sets. I have volume 1 and 2 on Arrow. If volume 3 goes on sale for half off, I'm probably going to go for that one. Also, Imprint has this series of box sets called Tales of Adventure. I have volume 1. They're expensive. They're over $100 each. So if they go down to $50 or $60 or so, I'll probably grab those too. So there's always exceptions. But I think another thing to keep in mind is, and I see a lot of people doing this, is don't buy something just because it's a good price. If the film is not very good, it's just going to take up more space. Even if it's $6.99 and the film is terrible or just average, why bother? Just because it was cheap, it takes as much space as a film you really like. So I got to be careful about that. And I've fallen prey to that with some of the Arrow sales and some of the Criterion sales that are 50% off. A couple of those I regret buying, but I was in the mood. It was half off. Nice packaging, all that stuff. So I'm going to try to avoid that pitfall. So will I stick to all these resolutions? Well, that's the tricky part, of course, and I'm putting it out there. And so we'll see what happens. But I would love to hear if you have any collector resolutions in mind for yourself, if any of mine resonate with you. So leave a comment down below about that, or about anything else you'd like to regarding this channel. And leave a thumbs up. Don't leave a thumbs down. Subscribe would be great. Share this with your friends and neighbors. I would like to make a toast to you, because this is our 300th episode. Well, here's our, if you can see that or not, our official Kazdoy Closet shot glass. So a toast to you for sticking with me for so many episodes. A lot of you are loyal followers. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the positive feedback and helpful feedback a lot of you give me. I'm very lucky I don't get many negative or trolling comments, and so I'd definitely like to keep it that way. But here's to you. And yeah, I wimped out. It's only like the afternoon here, so I'm not going to do that. But thank you so much for that, for subscribing and for watching. We are also on Letterboxd under the Kazdoy Closet. There's a link in the notes down below for that. And we recently left brief reviews of The Brutalist, Speak No Evil, the remake of that one, Monkey Man, and The Mark of the Whistler. So check that out. That's free. What's not free is my ebook is available. It's True Tales from the Teacher Trenches, the ups and downs from 32 years of teaching high school English. It's available through Amazon.com. It's for your Kindle, or if you don't have a Kindle, you can use the free Kindle app on any device you choose, and it's going to set you back $1.99. So thanks so much for watching this episode. See you next time.